Howdy, 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 all you cool cats and kittens. Welcome back to Stardew Valley Tools Aren't Real Edition. We're here
Pelican
in
Town is looking
Pelican Town.
dusty.
uh, Berkeley, what are we playing today?
We're playing Planet Crafter, officially called The Planet Crafter, but that's a bad name. They should have named it Planet Crafter. I'm just going to say it. But
True,
despite the
true.
bad name, the game is so good. I've been playing it a ton recently. I think I've talked about it on 2 streams. And we haven't streamed in a while, so that shows how long I've been playing it. Yeah, playing with friends, playing by myself. I'm really excited to show you all this game, especially you, Jared. I think you're really gonna like it. We've been playing, kicking around here on our dusty planet for about 20 minutes, just getting our bearings, learning the controls, and now we're ready to share it with all of you.
And I am still very hopeless. Helpless, not hopeless. I have hope. Look how cool we look. Imagine if you could wear
Um,
this to work every day.
well, I mean, what's stopping you, really?
Dang it, sexy Flanders. Or I guess it's stupid sexy Flanders is the proper Simpsons quote.
Oh, I don't know that one.
That is a-okay. It's not a very good quote. That's the whole quote. Um all right, I've got this cool microchip and it says to use it in the microchip screen.
Yes, let me make I think the blueprint screen maybe is what it says.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, let me make a blueprint screen. First, I'm going to make a desk. Then I'm going to get iron and silicon. Then I'm going to make the blueprint screen. Okay, what a lovely immersive fantasy game where we can just make computers to do our little work on. Dope.
T1 mining speed.
Jared, do you want to open up that blueprint screen again and I can kind of tell you how this works?
Yeah, it's open now.
Okay. So we are terraforming this planet. A evil overlord capitalist corporation called Sentinel Corps sent us here, and the game mechanics are that we're trying to increase the oxygen, the heat, and the pressure of this planet's atmosphere, and all of those add up to create a terraformation index. The way we progress through the game is that at different landmarks with our terraformation, our oxygen, our heat, and our pressure, we unlock new recipes, and those allow us to terraform faster. So it's the cycle of like the more you terraform, the more recipes you unlock, and the more recipes you unlock, the more you can terraform. Blueprints are another way to unlock recipes. So those don't show up here on the chart. Those are just like fun random surprises that you find in chests around the world.
Okay, very cool. It's actually kind of interesting to see that there's actual scientific units at play here. I don't know what the TI is here. Um, Maybe it's a measure of area, but
The TI here is just a sum of the other three, so I think that one was made up for the game.
okay. Oxygen parts per quadrillion, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Heat 0 picokelvin. Pressure 0 nanopascals.
Nice.
Look at me remembering my scientific units.
Your scientific units professor would be so proud.
So proud. There was a whole semester dedicated to just those three things right there.
Today I was playing a game called the Wikipedia game, where this website will send you to one Wikipedia article and have you try to get to a second Wikipedia article in as few clicks as possible. And I happened to pass through Isaac Newton and scrolled to the bottom of his page, and there's like a bunch of categories that he falls in, and one of them was scientists with units named after them. I thought that was funny that they had a whole section for that.
Yeah. There's only so many units out there that we have thought of, right?
Yeah, that's
So I guess
probably true.
it's prestigious, but at the same time, I don't know. Is it better to say newtons? And this is comparing a measure of force to a measure of heat, but I prefer newtons to British thermal units. British thermal units is an awful name for a unit. I don't like it.
Yeah, does anyone say or use that?
Presumably the British do. We do as
Uh,
well. Like if you think about BTUs of propane or whatever.
gotcha.
All right, Berkeley, I would like to craft a seed um, capsule to grow our eggplant seeds in. Should I do that indoors or outdoors?
So we will not unlock the food grower for a little while. That unlocks at 12 parts per trillion on our oxygen. So I think the first step is to get going on our. Oh, are you talking about the VegTube actually?
Maybe. Yeah,
Oh, I apologize. I
that is a
should have
okay.
watched. Yeah, VegTube should go inside
Okay.
to actually pay attention and answer your question.
Oh, you're good. All right. Well,
Um,
it does seem like VeggieTube, yeah, it won't let you do it outside. So
okay.
if I had a British ministry, it would be the Ministry of Silly Questions. All right. Plant some eggplant. Nope. Drop it on the floor. Now we're going to plant it. Nope. We're still going to drop it on the floor. Why am I so bad at this
Okay.
game?
Um, so that kind of seed cannot go in that kind of machine, I think.
Oh,
So that icon on the like seed inventory slot, the little sprout thing,
yes.
that means that only a flower seed can go in there. There was one
Oh,
in the like escape pod with us when we landed, so I'm gonna run back and grab that one.
okay. Luck be with you.
I think.
I Berkeley asked where I wanted to put our little building because we're gonna try to terraform, right? So this will eventually have water on the planet, and water tends to go towards the downhill direction, generally speaking.
Hmm.
So we put it up on the highest point that we could get to. But the downside of doing that is that all the resources are far enough away that you will die. It's a one-way trip
So I
most of the
actually
time.
I made it that time. I made it down the hill at least on one oxygen tank.
Congratulations.
I don't think I'll be able to make it back up, but I've got some more oxygen capsules with me. I might make some stairs. Stairs are kind of cheap if you have enough iron, which we do.
So this is a terraforming game, but there's a lot of survival aspects. I don't know if you guys noticed, but in the bottom left hand side of the screen, there is a health bar, a hydration bar, and an oxygen bar. And just barely struggling to manage all of those, which is accurate to real life, I think, as well. Like what do I do when I get to work? Not drink enough water. That's what I do.
Oh, you gotta be drinking water at work so you can go to the bathroom at work and get breaks built into your day.
That's right. Peeing is the new smoking.
You heard it here first. Okay, I put the seed in a chest. Do you want me to just pop it in the machine, or do you want the honors?
Oh, go ahead and do it. I believe in you.
Okay. Lerma seed is in the VeggieTube. So at this point, you'll see our terraformation index in the top right start ticking up. It's going to go real slow for a while, but we've got that feedback loop of the more we build, the faster that'll go up and the more recipes we'll unlock. I'm going to start trying to organize our inventory a bit.
How does this oxygen in this ostensibly sealed environment make it to the outside world?
Those circles up here are probably a vent, right?
So it's venting into our sealed environment here.
Oh, and then there's another vent there.
Okay.
It all checks out. They did the math.
All
Yeah,
right.
there's a lot of like kind of cool scientific inspiration in this game, and then there's just a lot of
Like
nonsensical.
I'm here for the nonsensical. I love Star Trek, and Star Trek is many things, but it is not scientifically accurate by any stretch of the imagination. It's full of technobabble. Whoa, there's so much food here. Wow. You've been productive. Okay. I unlocked this thing called agility boots, but we need fabric.
Yeah, fabric. It's gonna take a while before we can make our own, but you'll frequently find it in chests. If you want, do you want to go on an adventure?
Yes. I just died up in the wreckage up the hill.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say wreckage is a great place to look for fabric. I would recommend getting a torch and a deconstruction microchip before you go.
Okay. I'm going to get some tanks of oxygen as well.
Yeah, great idea.
Whoa. I don't know what I just did, but I'm waving frantically at the constructor machine from a third-person view.
I think hitting escape will get you out of that.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah, the number keys all give you different like emote actions.
All right. We got bigger oxygen tank. Do I need to equip this?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Okay. And
oh, hey Meg, hey Susie Moo, hey Chance. Thanks all for being here.
Welcome to the party. Okay, I have an oxygen capsule. I think I'm ready to go explore the great unknown.
Okay. Do you have a torch and a deconstruction microchip?
Nope. I didn't do those. I only did one thing.
Okay.
Badly.
The torch is pretty much essential. The deconstruction is nice, but not essential.
Okay. Okay. I will hunt a magnesium down. Is there fall damage?
Yes, it comes out of your hunger meter, oddly.
I just fell off a skyscraper. I could eat an elephant.
Other things that come out of your health meter are burning in lava or getting hit in the face with a meteor. So just look forward to those.
Those things definitely kill my appetite, unlike falling.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Torch achieved. I have run out of slots in my suit. to add things to.
Okay, so to fix that, there's an exoskeleton recipe
Yes, okay.
that allows you to equip more things onto your suit. Chance says, so the usual things, got it, about the food meter. Yep. Okay, this game is so engaging. I've got like 45 hours in it in the last 3 weeks, and I am loving it. I'm just going to keep saying how much I love it. I learned recently that it was most of the development was done by just two people who are married to each other, and I think that's really cute.
Did they get married so that they would have tax benefits for their gaming
Oh, probably.
studio? No, probably
I bet
not.
that was it. Yeah.
Don't let my cynicism ruin it for you.
But Parma says go to Pierre's and get a new backpack. Here we are, a
There you
whole other
go.
planet, still having the same issue.
I bet Space Pierre is actually cool, unlike non-Space Pierre.
I don't know if he works for Sentinel Corp. I don't trust him. So the premise of this game we'll learn probably during the stream sometime. So I'm gonna just spoil it for us. Premise of this game is that you were a prisoner back on Earth, and Sentinel Corps negotiated to commute your sentence if you would come terraform this planet for them. Which, you know how we feel about private benefit to incarceration.
We love it.
They should bake that right into one of the amendments to the Constitution.
Yes. Maybe with presidential immunity that is innate to the presidency, they can make that change to the Bill of Rights. It doesn't have to be done legally if you're immune, right?
Yep. But Obama says planet is called Ukraine.
Okay. I have done all of the chips that you asked me to do.
Okay, great. You have now unlocked one adventure.
Excellent.
Susie Moo asked, what did you do to get into prison? Also, you're not supposed to get caught. Yeah, I don't know what you did. I mean, based on the horrors of this situation, I want to say like stole a loaf of bread or something, but it could have been more serious. I don't know. Game doesn't. That is
So
up to your interpretation.
we're Space Jean Valjean? Is that
I
what you're
think
saying?
so. Like based on how much weight I can lift, I think so.
Wow.
Like these chunks of metal that come up to my knee, I can just put so many of those in my pocket.
It's got to be at least like 5 slamboons worth of metal.
Yeah.
Okay. I am venturing into the wreckage.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
Some of them get a little twisty and turny, so just try to not get lost. And if you do get lost, try to have oxygen with you. And if you don't, try to remember where you died.
Okay. Let's see here. I can just deconstruct. No, I can't deconstruct just anything. Okay.
No, you can deconstruct chests that you find, and once you upgrade your deconstruction chip, you'll be able to deconstruct like computer hardware that you find in there. But that is about it.
Okay. I found a Shenga seed.
Ooh, nice. Bring that back.
Okay, it's going to be iterative. I do not have enough oxygen to make it back, unfortunately.
Hmm. Let me see when we unlock the next oxygen tank.
It's okay. I've brought it to the mouth of the wreckage, and that's pretty close.
Oh, we are pretty close to unlocking another oxygen tank.
Excellent.
And I can speed up the process.
So,
So I
Berkeley,
built, oh yeah,
please tell us what you built.
I built a drill up here, and I'm going to build another one
Uh,
next to it.
it looks like a little virus, kind of.
Yeah, it does look like a virus. So the drills, those increase the pressure. And pressure is what we need to unlock the next oxygen tank.
Excellent. What I was going to say is that I recently read a book that you recommended many months ago called The
Ooh,
Frugal Wizard's Guide to Surviving Medieval England, I think.
yes. It's a good
And
title, huh?
it is a mouthful of a title. It's one of Brandon Sanderson's secret books that he wrote during the pandemic. And I enjoyed it. If you have not read the Hail Mary Project, um, this won't mean anything to you. I highly recommend that book as well. But they have remarkably similar themes, I feel. Even though the setting is completely different.
As different as could be, yeah.
So, uh,
Interesting.
yep, I would give it a 7 out of 10. Above average by a healthy margin. Creative. I wish that it was longer and explored the I want more lore. There was a lot of lore, but I want even more. But that's
Well,
okay.
Jared,
It's a side project for this guy, so
if you liked this book but want one that's longer and has more lore, may I recommend any other Brandon Sanderson book? There's
I
so
have
many of
read
them.
exactly one other Brandon Sanderson book, and I think it was Mistborn, and I just couldn't get into it for whatever reason. That one didn't
Miss
vibe with me.
Yeah, Mistborn's got a really slow start.
All right, I got the agility boots. So
Nice.
now I can walk approximately 15% faster. Come on, man. That's not even an upgrade.
Yeah, those ones are a little underwhelming. We unlocked the T2 oxygen tank as well, if you want that.
Excellent. Okay, I will make it.
Oh boy, I used up all our iron on accident. Jared, you told me about Entangled Life, right?
Yes, yes, I did.
I have been reading that one. This is like a layman's biology book, not written by a layman, but written for laymen like myself. A biology book about fungus, and I had no idea how cool fungi are. Um, I'm just learning insane facts, like how there's a fungus with 20,000 genders, and how, like, before roots evolved, plants would just bond with fungus, and they would like feed each other stuff, and they still do that to this day.
Yeah, and they communicate through that as well.
Hmm.
Like they can tell if a tree is sick and needs help. They can find other distress signals. It's amazing.
Yeah, yeah, that one's called Entangled Life, and it's by Merlin Sheldrake. which is just I, I can't
That's a
imagine a better
Rudian
name for an
name.
author. I'm only about halfway through that one, but I recommend that one as well.
Yeah, that's a really interesting one. One of my favorite bits from that book was a discussion on some bioluminescent mushrooms, and they don't know the
Mm.
conditions that the mushroom needs to choose to glow. Like they haven't figured out why for the specific kind that the author was writing about, but that it happened randomly, like once in 20 years, to a specimen that this researcher had uh, cultivated. So I, after reading that, I would really like to see in person some bioluminescing fungus. I think that would be really neat.
Yeah, yeah. There were so many in there where I was like, just really wanting pictures and videos. Um, and there are some pictures in the book, which is nice, but not nearly as many as I would have liked.
Yeah, and I'm an audiobook reader, so unfortunately, I did not get
Ooh,
to see any of the pictures. So tell me
dang.
more.
Um, just in the middle of the book, there was like, you know how some books have that. There's like 8 pages of full color pictures. Um, there's just like a few plant specimens. There were pictures of like the mushroom shrines in South America. Um, they had like figures from some scientific papers where they were doing experiments on having like mushrooms solve, not mushrooms, other fungus solve mazes, uh,
Mm-hmm.
things like that.
Did they talk about the mushrooms mimicking the London Underground network?
Yes, they did.
Okay,
So
that's a neat anecdote.
for that one, they make little models of countries and then put wood blocks to represent population centers, and then watch where the fungus grows. And they've done this for multiple countries, and the fungus just like grows in the shape of that country's actual subway systems.
They're able to efficiently determine how to transfer resources, and they come up with the same networks that we have over hundreds of years.
Which honestly, I think is that's better news for us than for them. When I read that, I was like, "Oh, good. So we put them in the right spot."
Yeah, essentially, I think that is kind of what it comes down to.
Okay, I had a goal of just like collecting resources and not building stuff so that you could do all the interesting things on camera.
Yes,
And I'm not doing a good job of that.
that is a-okay. Look at these beautiful stairs Berkeley made.
They're so stairs.
I feel like I'm flying. Amazing. Now I have to walk all the way back up. I might go explore the ruins more if that's okay. I found
Yeah,
that
for sure.
quite interesting.
Okay.
Is that is that
I'm
our prison ship that crashed?
No, that is an unrelated crash, unrelated to our prison ship.
I gotta imagine ships have like those accident-free X number of days signs hanging everywhere in this universe.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Berkeley, there's a cave over here that has ice
Uh-huh.
in it.
Yeah. If you get up close to the ice and hover over it,
Ah, I see.
I'll give you some information.
Melts at 100 nano Kelvin. So really, that's probably frozen gas, which will help the atmosphere.
There's some goodies in that cave as well. Okay, we unlocked a new backpack.
Excellent.
Let me go get more titanium so you can also make it. Okay, chat, what have you all been playing? It's been a few weeks since we streamed, so I want to catch up on your lives, and obviously, video games are the most important part of that.
Found some spacesuits.
Hmm.
I'm going to prioritize bringing plants and fabric back over other resources, if that's okay.
Cool, yeah.
R.I.P. me.
How did you die?
I did, but not permanently because apparently my sentence is not life, but life's. All right. Are the spacesuits just cosmetic?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little confused why they exist since there's no third-person view in this game. Oh, Chance says it's not a video game. Spending way too much time in VCV rack.
Yes.
That's the synth simulator, right?
Yeah. Yep. Modular synthesis is such a deep uh, technology. I don't even know what to call that. Art, both. I'm really glad that you're enjoying it. Usually, when I explain synthesizers to people, they go, "Okay, why would I want to do that when I can just listen to the music?" Not that it makes you better as a person, but
It sounds like it makes you better as a person. That's what I'm hearing.
secretly it does. Yes,
Oh, okay.
everybody likes you more, but they won't tell you. All right, I've got 3 Lirma seeds and some more fabric and a new microchip. T2 agility boots.
If you were underwhelmed by T1 agility boots, you will be whelmed by T2 agility boots.
They increase movement speed by twice. Well, okay, is it an additional 15%? Is it 30% above nominal for a non-augmented boot?
Yeah, they don't stack. The 30 replaces the 15.
Disgusting. If you like games where
assessment.
stat increases stack, there's a really fun game I enjoy. Let me look up the name of it because I have the memory of a 80-year-old. Risk of Rain 2 is all about grinding resources and improving your guy and getting strong enough to fight the final boss. And there are some crazy stat buffs that you can stack there. It's very fun.
Hmm.
All right. Tier 2 backpack. We need iron, silicon, and titanium. We have titanium. We have silicon.
I just put an iron in the left chest.
We have iron. I don't know why that brought back the very millennial left shark, if you remember that.
Left shark?
It was a dancer in Katy Perry's halftime Super Bowl performance, I think. Like
Okay.
long, long ago. And was a phenomenon very briefly before Twitter turned into the toxic cesspit it is today. The guy just died of dehydration.
Oh, yeah, that can happen.
That's rough. I must be sweating myself to death. All right. Tier 2 oxygen tank achieved. Whoa, you built another huge, cool piece of the house.
Oh, yeah. Just a little corner for some heaters.
It does feel a little bit like we live in a double wide subway car.
Yeah. I might make a more house-shaped house next to this one and move stuff over.
I'm here
If you're
for it,
okay with
man.
that.
In this
Cool.
economy, any house will do. Oh, darn. We need super alloy.
Oh, it's going to be a while before we get that.
Yeah, I figured by the name super that it was going to be hard to get. I don't think we've discovered regular boring alloy yet.
Oh, Meg in the chat says that she finished her 7th and 8th playthroughs of Baldur's Gate this last week.
7th and 8th, like you
Congrats.
did a really long one
Um,
and then a really short one, or
she has multiple going at once. I can't remember if one
oh,
of those was single player and one was multiplayer, or if they were like two different difficulties of single player.
okay, genuine question. How do you keep those two straight in your head? Like I can hardly do that with there's a game called Kenshi that lets you have multiple saves, and I tried to have a couple saves going at once, and I just couldn't do it. It was a disaster. Couldn't get anything done because I kept forgetting what I had done and hadn't done, and
Mm.
all of that.
Says they have different characters and she's usually doing different things in each one, but sometimes she does get them mixed up. I'm curious if each playthrough is going faster for you. I think I've only finished 2 playthroughs. One was solo and one was with some friends. I can't decide if I would be able to go faster on a third time.
So I don't have a good reference point for Baldur's Gate, but Risk of Rain 2, the game I mentioned before, is very replayable. And as you get better at the game, or as I have gotten better at the game, it's a game that takes longer. The better you are.
Oh, interesting.
The way that I play it, at least, I guess. Maybe it shouldn't take longer. If Control and Delete was here, he would chastise me for my narrow-minded play style, probably. Probably not. I don't know.
Meg says, I think it probably is. I skip a lot of the dialogue now and know how to do all the encounters. Okay, that makes sense. Susie Moo says, we finished Tactician mode last week together and immediately started Honor mode again. Incredible. Okay, yeah. Susie and Meg are some of the only people I know in person who have beaten Honor mode. Baldur's Gate. Sounds like they're at it again.
Can you describe Honor mode?
Yeah, so Honor mode, all the difficulty settings are turned up, so you have less health. Your enemies have more health. Enemies have special actions that they can do that aren't available to them in the normal game. And I think some of them can even be done not on their turn, which makes them scary. And the biggest and baddest thing is that you can't save and like go back to old saves. You can like save when you're done playing, but you can't make backup checkpoints.
Mm-hmm.
Meg says we're built different. So true.
You're not like the other girls.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Susie's doing solo honor mode. So the difference between solar honor mode and regular honor mode is with regular honor mode, you traditionally have 4 people in your party. With solar honor mode, you have only 1.
Wow.
That's just unfathomable
So
to me.
you're extremely underpowered relative to the bosses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So tactician mode is easier than honor mode?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yes. I forgot to finish describing how the save files work in honor mode. So Meg just pointed out if your whole party dies in honor mode, the game file is wiped and you're done.
I
So it's
love
like
it.
a hardcore mode in Minecraft.
Yeah, that's the roguelike trope. And I have really enjoyed playing roguelike games of all sorts. All right, we've got ourselves a little indoor grow operation here.
Yeah, you're cranking out those plants.
We can watch our oxygen parts per quadrillion creep up now. Soon we'll be at parts per trillion.
Yes. I put up a big old screen right here so we can watch that go.
Oh, that's so cool. And the rest of the stream will be elevator music and looking at the numbers go up. Do, 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 do,
Oh, hey, we've got a
do,
raid coming
do.
in. Thanks, Invisiburbs. Hey, if you don't follow Invisiburbs, you should. She plays really interesting games. I found a lot of cool like indie games from her channel. Go check out Invisiburbs. Welcome, Andrew Gambit. Welcome, Burbs.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining. This is Planet Crafter. This is a survival and building game that I've been really into lately. Are you still Oh yeah, Invisiburbs is finally seeing some Planet Crafter. It's a good one. I don't know I keep recommending it to people. I don't know how many people are actually into survival genre.
It might be on sale right now, by the way, if you like what you see.
Jared, now that you have about an hour, are there other games that you would compare this to?
Okay. My original thought when I saw the graphics was No Man's Sky, which is another space exploration game, although this is more planet exploration happening without atmosphere, I guess. Does that make it space? Probably not. Um, you've got environmental hazards, you've got the resource gathering component where you need to go deal with the planet, but not so much terraforming. There is still base building, there are still habs. The technology feel is interesting because I would describe this as futuristic, very futuristic, but No Man's Sky has some interesting kind of space archaeology going on, and the technology is at once more futuristic than this and less. Um, this is a lot more friendly. No Man's Sky,
Mm-hmm.
I found, it's been a couple of years, so this could be different because the team is very good about pushing updates all the time. But I would say that this game is more friendly and more construction focused, whereas No Man's Sky, when I played, was more exploration focused. And some people like that. I like exploration, but with an infinite universe, that only gets you so far, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Ironic how that works.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's see. Chance Dev says it's got some Subnautica vibes as well. I've heard that a few times. I haven't actually played Subnautica, but that has got me curious. Seeing the
That's
comparisons.
a game that I would like to play. I have thalassophobia. I'm not officially diagnosed. Let me walk that back. I I think I have thalassophobia because I have never liked deep water. I don't like water that I can't see the bottom of. It freaks me out. I've done some kayaking in the Puget Sound with stuff like that and really struggled with the mental side of that a bit. So, uh, Subnautica is intriguing to me because it helps me test that boundary, I guess. So I'm curious about playing that one.
Hmm. Invisiburb says it is still online, or still is still on sale. So, if this has you intrigued, check it out. I'm glad we finally caught the Invisiburb's raid. I think this is the third time you've tried to raid us, and the first two times we were ending right when you joined.
We did feel bad.
We felt so bad.
I've found a T2 heater.
Ooh, nice. You should be able to deconstruct that and bring the resources back. We don't have the recipe to be able to rebuild it yet, but we should fairly soon.
Okay, I'm on my way back. You will see if I make it.
Visiburps did a shorter than usual stream because she's going to spend some time with her sister. Nice. Uncle Barma says Space Stardew. There we go.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining, Invisiburbs. See you later. And Barma says with a huge staircase for leg day. Yeah. You know, that was always the problem with Stardew Valley is we were never like getting in those gains.
True. Partly because we refused to use tools, so.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We
I have a lot
are,
of iron. And more iridium. Try to organize this better.
Oh, I said I was going to build like a better house, and I did not do that.
That
Gonna.
is a-okay. You've been busy caring for the most useless man in the world.
Do you want to come advise on a spot to build the new one, or should I
Absolutely.
try to build it as close to here as possible?
Let me drop off the rest of this iron, and then I will be right there.
Okay.
Alrighty. So,
Now that we
yes,
have this staircase, probably shouldn't go too far.
agreed. We've invested in the infrastructure, so now we're constrained by it. Is there space? How high do the supports go? Because we could build like a little bit of an L shape off this end of it.
Okay.
I don't know if that would really work, but it's an option.
Yeah. So we can build things just free floating. They don't need support.
Okay.
Um, yeah. Let's try that out for a while. It's pretty cheap to like make new bases whenever we want, so I don't
Okay.
need to feel like we need to get it right the first time or the second time. Is that what you were thinking when you said L shape?
Yep. Yep, it's
Sweet.
beautiful. Look at this. I can pretend I'm at Space McDonald's. Hello?
Okay, I'm gonna try to keep the plants and heaters as far away from us as we can, just because we like never have to interact with them.
Okay. So did we run out of magnesium? Yes, we did. Interesting. Okay. So, Chance Dev, I wrote my first song ever on my modular synth this past weekend, and boy, was it fun! Um, Completely different experience. This is my first time actually dealing with modular IRL, and the creative limitations were very interesting because I think it helped me focus on the music more. A lot of people joke that modular synths are just expensive fart machines, that nobody makes real music with them because they get lost in the patching, which makes sense. But I had kind of the opposite experience, which I was happy to have because I was a little worried when I bought it that it would be so difficult to put the work in to make the sound by patching everything that I just wouldn't get anything done. But I think paying attention, whoa, look at this view. Paying attention to the process of patching helped me design a sound and then commit to it because the cables are in and I can't tweak forever, unlike a more standard pre-patched architecture.
So you're saying because like the technology was harder to work with, it like forced you to kind of move on
Yeah,
faster and it's like,
yes. It helped me be more decisive, weirdly.
hmm, that is so interesting. I remember the graphic design teacher that we both had in high school
Mhm.
explaining that like creativity was created by constraints. I don't remember the exact word
Oh,
she used, but it was
man.
something like that.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yep.
Like she would give us these assignments where it was just so specific. You have to do a black silhouette with a high saturation colored background. um, like something really, really specific. And then, like, because of that, people came up with all kinds of creative projects to do. Whereas if she had said, you have 3 hours this week to make whatever you want, we all would have been like staring at empty canvases, not knowing what to do.
Yeah, that's interesting that the limitation is the inspiration in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
You said we're out of magnesium, right?
That is correct.
Okay, Chance Dev says, that's awesome. I don't think I'm anywhere close to composing any song. It seems to be a meditative process for me. Building some sort of ambient background with some chord progressions and then fiddling around with the MIDI keyboard on top of that without any structure is relaxing for me.
Agree. There are many, many nights that's kind of how I get myself ready to go to sleep, because I find that it is relaxing in a way that very few things are otherwise. So,
Nice.
yeah, I don't think that the that creating a song is the pinnacle of creation with synthesizers. I think there's a lot to be said about just self-expression and, yeah, the meditative experience of mindfulness almost through synthesis. That's awesome.
Okay, we are fully out of space, so I'm gonna make some more chests.
Okay.
Eventually we're gonna unlock like a much better chest that has way more storage space. I'm gonna try to like organize our inventory as if we already had those things, so that'll be easy to swap in when we have it.
My toxic trait right now is that I throw anything that I want to consume on the floor before consuming it, because I forget the correct key to press every time. What would you do if you walked into somebody's house with an open floor plan and they had created their own little rooms out of storage bins? Just like
And probably leave, I guess. Yeah, I'm already regretting where I put this stuff. Let's just keep thinking of this space as temporary
okay.
until we're forced to acknowledge the fact that we live here.
That's my plan with my first house as well. It's not going to be what I want, but it will just be, it will be.
It will be... Okay, we've got another meteor shower going right now. Sometimes these have really cool resources in the
Okay.
meteors that fall. The meteors can kill you though, so usually it's good to wait until the meteor shower ends and then run to all the
around.
crashes that you can see and try to pick stuff up.
All right. I need some ice, I think. I need 2 ice. Okay. Sounds like the meteor shower is over. Nope, I was wrong. Oh, it seems like it might be happening on the cliffs above us. Interesting.
Oh, I missed Bob Barman's joke earlier. Sandberg cell phone throw while throwing it on the ground.
This isn't my hydration canister. I throw it on the ground. My dad's not a phone. It's kind of amazing how a little segment, maybe this is not unique, but it seems like the 2007, 2008 through 2012 SNL era has been responsible for a lot of our humor today, for millennials at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the whole I'm on a boat.
Yes.
Okay, Chance Dev says, I also struggle to be truly creative. I feel like my mind needs rules, but also gets limited by that fact as well. Since the rules part is satisfied with the how of modular synthesis, there seems to be a little bit more room for true creativity. It has been a while since I felt that. Thanks for introducing it to me. Nice. So glad you're having a good experience with it.
Yeah. I'm relieved that I didn't introduce you to something that's going to torment you, I guess. People joke in the music world that modular synthesis is the pathway to insanity. Um, which, I guess you can draw your own conclusions based on my behavior. But
Chance says it may be a torment for my wife, but not for me. Ooh, did you get a T2 vegetube going?
I did, yes. But I should
Nice.
have saved one of the nice seeds to put into it.
Whoa, we can swap them out. I'm just going to swap them around right now.
I found a message, Berkeley.
Ooh, what does it say?
Cargo ship Sorella 4, machinery log number 436. This morning, on our 17th day of space travel to Stigmar, the ship inexplicably exited hyperspace velocity. The navigational tools went crazy, and the ship lost power, as if it had been drained by some exterior thing. We're going to try to make an emergency landing on this unreported planet. I'm not sure what we'll find. There seems to be a huge storm on the surface of this planet. I hope we make it. Year 3021. And now I am going to die because I did not bring an oxygen canister.
Oof. Is that in the message?
No, that is me. That's my message to the world. All right. Well, I've died, and it's about that time of day again. So
Would you
let's
like to
do.
admire my inventory system before?
I
Before
would.
call
Okay.
quits?
What do we got? We've got cobalt, iron, magnesium, silicon, aluminum. So all of our ores. Over here, we've got uranium. Are we legally allowed to have that?
Well, Sentinel Core didn't say we couldn't.
All right. Iridium, food, seeds, air and water, and clothing fabric. I like storing the consumables with the only radioactive elements we have so far. I think that's a good
Yeah,
move.
I'm really just hoping for like super spider powers.
Yes. First, we're going to need to get some spiders on planet. Unless there's secretly spiders. Your silence is conspicuous, Berkeley. Are there
No,
spiders?
I was just thinking. Eventually, there's like insects, but I don't think there are spiders.
Are there
Just get
space spiders,
arachnids.
Berkeley?
No space spiders.
Okay. Yeah, it looks great. What do you think you could charge for this? $5,000 a month for this space?
Yeah, at least. I mean, space inflation. It's out of control.
All right, so we started at zeros across the board. We're now
And
at
we're at more than zeros.
1.37 parts per trillion, 636 picokelvin, 711 nanopascal. So that's like 1 times 10 to the negative 9. Our current, no, 1 times 10 to the negative 7, our atmospheric pressure. I could be wrong about that. I think our atmospheric pressure is like 700 something Pascal.
I'm going to take your word for that.
So then it would be, yeah, 1 times 10 to the negative 9 times that number. So 1 billionth of our actual atmosphere pressure here on Earth. And then this arbitrary 2.83 kiloti, whatever that is.
This is interesting because in... Oh, wait, yeah. That's just the sum of the 3 totals. I was looking at the 3 like deltas and wondering why they didn't sum up to that number, but it's the 3 totals, not the 3 deltas. Yeah, pretty funny to just take 3 different units of 3 different things and add them together, but that's what they did.
Interesting.
Eventually, we'll have a biomass score as well, and then those 4 are what we're trying to push to play the game.
Excellent.
Should we
Berkeley,
maybe stand and enjoy the sunset as we not sunset, orange air?
absolutely. You're doing the Lewis and Clark point. Whoa. Okay. Wow. Wait, hang on. This will be a lot more cinematic if we do it with the valley in the background and the moonrise or whatever that is. You get over here.
Mick says you can wave. I hate that.
Here we go. Have you named this planet, Berkeley?
I named it Stream Save File.
Stream save file. Here on Stream Save File, we're signing off with funky dance and a repetitious victory celebration.
Thanks everyone for joining, especially any friends from Invisiburb's stream. If you're still hanging around, follow us on YouTube and Twitch, and join our Discord server. We've got a link to that in the link tree in our about section. Oh, I'm dying of oxygen not having. Oops. Okay, where was I? We've got a Discord server. It's fun. People share music recs, game recs, book recs, and yeah, there's a link to that in our link tree, which is in the about section of this if you're on Twitch, and the description of this video if you're watching on YouTube. With that, anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.